If you're in the middle of a comeback in your life, if you're starting over, then and you've been playing it safe, then this video is for you. Today, I want to inspire you to stop playing it safe, to be a little dangerous, and take some strategic risks as you're rebuilding your life. I'm Deborah. I share ideas about how to elevate your energy, even as I document my own comeback, my own midlife renaissance. So, this has been on my mind recently, the idea of taking strategic risks as you're in the process of rebuilding. And it's kind of scary to do if you've been through challenging experiences, if you've lost your job, your relationship, your status, your money. It's scary to take risks. And to be honest, it's not something you can do right away. You do want to take time to heal from your experience, to learn from it. I think that learning from what has transpired is essential to moving on to the next level, to evolving. But when you're ready, when you've healed enough, I think that it's a great idea to not try to pick up where you left off. I thought this at first after going through my own situation and losing a relationship, losing a large amount of money. I wanted to just regain everything I had, regain the house, regain the job, the status. And as I really sat with it and reflected on what I have experienced, I realized that I don't just want to get back what I had. That's an old life that, quite frankly, there were a lot of reasons I wasn't happy with it. So I don't want to recreate the past in the present. I'm really looking to evolve and I'm ready for it. And I think that's key. You want to check in with yourself to see if you're actually ready. If you're still healing from the losses, the experiences that you've had, then you may not have the energy, the focus, the desire to set higher goals for yourself. You just might not be ready yet, and that's okay. There's nothing that says you need to be ready right now. But once you've healed enough, you don't have to be perfectly healed because that is a lifelong journey. But when you've healed enough, I just want to put in your head to consider setting higher goals for yourself. Consider taking some risks. What I have noticed is that for myself, and I've noticed it with other people, when you go through a transformative experience, especially if it includes big challenges and loss, you can feel a little demoralized. You can start to doubt yourself, your abilities. You your self-appraisal, the way you think about yourself can change. You might feel less capable. You might feel like you just don't have it anymore. You don't know how you're going to do this. And I definitely felt that. Like when I first head on faced the idea of rebuilding my life, I was like, man, at the time I was about to be 50 when I first realized this is what I need to do. And I was like, man, I don't know if I have it in me at 50 to do all of this again, to rebuild a whole life. But what's the alternative, And I'm here. I'm here in this life now, and I'm not going to I I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste the opportunities that are there for me. I don't want to waste a single day. And so I had to really check in with myself, and I was feeling like I didn't have it in me. But with time and healing, and I'll be honest, it took me over a year to get to the point where I was healed enough to really, co- you know, go after it, to really embark on the next stage, not just the healing stage, but the rebuilding stage, the comeback stage of my life. And what I did in that time that I was healing, I also took time to reflect on the lessons I've learned from the losses, from the experiences, and to recognize my own resilience. wow, how wonderful and powerful I am that I'm even able to do this now, that I have the mental and physical capacity, that I have the desire, the passion, and the inspiration. And like I said, it took time to get there, but with healing, I was able to recognize I can do this and I want to do this. And once I healed enough, I realized that I don't just want to recreate the life I had before. I want something better for myself. I want more for myself. And honestly, at this stage of life, you know, I don't know how much time I have. And that might sound grim, but it's also realistic. Like, we're going to all leave this earth one day, and I have dreams inside of me. I have goals and passions and things that I have not yet expressed, that I have not yet had the chance to pursue. And so I set new, bigger goals for myself once I had the energy and the inspiration. And with that knowledge that, life is short, I really have set out to go after the things that I really want. So, for instance, one of the goals I'm pursuing right now is the goal of becoming what is now known as a content creator. But I grew up wanting to be a journalist. And I love writing, and that has evolved in these times into video creation for YouTube. But I'm really going for it. I don't know how many people actually watch. Right now, it's not a lot, but that's okay because I'm doing it for me. This is something that means a lot to me because I really just want to support and inspire other people who are going through a comeback, especially in midlife, because there's challenges to doing it in midlife. And it's easy to feel like I did at first, that like, I don't know if I could do this all again. Can I really rebuild my whole life from scratch? But I want you to know that if you have breath in your lungs, if you can open your eyes and just, if you can think, then you can design a comeback for yourself on whatever level that you're at, whatever stage that you're at. You can come back from whatever has happened to you. And so I just wanted to make this video today to inspire you to set higher goals for yourself when you're ready, because life is about evolution and progress. It's not just about maintaining and staying consistent with the past. I realized that my past, even though at times I long for aspects of it, I wasn't truly happy. And it didn't satisfy a lot of things that I wanted, including just my inherent passions and goals, and my desire to really help people in a more spiritual and practical way. I make these videos because I want people to understand that you can be a spiritual person with spiritual goals and meditate and talk to spirit beings, and you can get up every day and go to work and be successful. It's not all one or the other. And I think the mastery of life is really having a foot in each world and being living at the intersection of both those worlds. So that's why I'm making these videos. But I just want to encourage you today to stop playing it safe. And I'd love to hear from you. Where are you playing it safe in your life? Where is it that you are not taking risks that you really want to take, that you've been thinking about, but you've been too afraid? Where can you be a little more dangerous? I'd love to hear your comments. Please leave them in at the comment section below. And if this video resonated with you, then please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time.